On September 2, 2015, in the upscale uptown area of Dallas, Texas, 35-year-old pediatric dentist Dr. Kendra Hatcher pulled her black Jeep Cherokee into the secure parking garage of her apartment complex after finishing work. She had just returned from a trip to Cancun with her boyfriend and was getting ready to welcome him back from a business trip. What she did not know was that a hired gunman was waiting for her. Surveillance footage captured a Jeep Cherokee following her into the garage. Moments after she parked, a man approached her from behind and shot her in the head at close range. He then fled the scene in the vehicle. The crime was fast, brutal, and appeared professionally planned. Kendra died at the scene from a single gunshot wound. Investigators began gathering evidence immediately. Surveillance cameras had caught the suspect's vehicle, a Jeep Cherokee with distinctive damage on the rear bumper. With help from witness accounts, police were able to track the vehicle to a man named Christopher Love, a 31-year-old known to local authorities. But Love had not acted alone. The investigation soon uncovered a disturbing murder-for-hire plot fueled by jealousy and obsession. Brenda Delgado, a 33-year-old dental hygiene student and former girlfriend of Kendra's boyfriend, Ricardo Ricky Paniaga, had orchestrated the killing. She had dated Ricky for over 2 years and struggled to accept that he had moved on. Brenda had previously hacked into Ricky's emails, stalked his social media, and even befriended some of Kendra's acquaintances to gather information about her. Brenda's jealousy escalated when she learned that Ricky had taken Kendra on a trip to Mexico and that he planned to introduce her to his family. Investigators discovered that Brenda had enlisted 2 accomplices to carry out the murder. She promised them money and told them Kendra was a threat who had ruined her life. Brenda recruited 23-year-old Crystal Cortez, who agreed to drive the getaway vehicle, and Christopher Love, who would carry out the killing. Cortez admitted to following Kendra and providing details about her movements. On the day of the murder, she drove Love to the parking garage, where he ambushed Kendra and shot her. Within a week, Cortez was arrested and confessed to her role in the plot. She implicated Love and Brenda Delgado as the mastermind. Love was arrested soon after, but Brenda had fled the country. With help from an acquaintance, she had crossed into Mexico and vanished. The FBI issued an international warrant and added Brenda Delgado to the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list. In April 2016, she was arrested in Torreon, Mexico, and extradited to the United States. Brenda was charged with capital murder and faced the possibility of the death penalty. However, as part of the extradition agreement with Mexico, prosecutors agreed not to seek execution. Her trial began in June 2019. Prosecutors laid out the evidence, surveillance footage, text messages, and testimonies that showed Brenda had carefully planned the murder. She had lured her accomplices with money and false claims. She provided the gun, mapped out Kendra's schedule, and coordinated the attack. In court, Brenda sat quietly as witnesses described the betrayal and manipulation she had orchestrated. Crystal Cortez, who took a plea deal for 35 years in exchange for testifying, described how Brenda controlled every aspect of the plan. Christopher Love, convicted in 2018 and sentenced to death, maintained that he had been misled, but his DNA was found on the gun used in the murder. The jury found Brenda Delgado guilty of capital murder. She was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.